Dougie Ford has doubled down. I didn't think that it would actually come to this. I thought, honestly, being real with you, Nick, I expected that he would just say some shit as he's done in the past, and just let it die, right? Like we talked last time, Vaughn cancels their speed camera program voluntarily. Great. Douglas Ford is set to introduce new legislation tomorrow, which is, we are recording this one day early, so it would be today, that would remove speed cameras across Ontario, make them illegal for municipalities to operate them. Now, obviously, yes, we can't wait. I think that's a fantastic thing. And I don't believe in, we've already, if you listen to the last one, we obviously don't believe in unmanned speed enforcement at all. Not something we believe in. Do you think that there will be much pushback on this, or do you think he's like, I mean, I'm not very political.
I think everybody that uses Neighborly and takes it seriously is going to be up in arms about removing speed cameras because they have nothing better to do with their time. But I mean, like, I agree with Dougie. I don't often agree with Dougie, but I agree with Dougie. Let's get rid of him.
It is definitely a cash grab, no question. You know,
I like. Did he call them stupid? I think he called them stupid.
Did he?
It's a stupid distraction.
He's not wrong.
I love that. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, and that's. I don't like what. Since when did we start agreeing with Dougie? I mean, shit. It's
I can't wait. All of them gone. I mean, at the same time, like every single one that goes up gets cut down, or it's the glass smashed in or spray painted and whatever. Like it's
right.
I don't know how much it costs to repair or replace each one, but it can't be cheap. I think it's kind of funny that speed cameras have basically followed the exact same arc they did like the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They were sort of etched into existence, and then legislation was introduced that banned them.
What was that? Tell me about that.
That happened in like the early 2000s, did it not?
Did it?
Yeah.
I wasn't driving in the early 2000s, so I probably skipped right past.
Like neither was I, and I was a kid back then, so you're saying I might be totally wrong. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. I forget what premiere it was at the time. Introduced speed cameras, and then again, like 3-4 years later, legislation, they were gone, they were banned. And then again, I might be wrong on this, but I think Dougie was the one that brought them back.
So apparently Ontario did introduce a photo radar experiment in 1995. So that was something that they did do like tests on, but in the mid 1990s, and they ended it in 1995 due to political tension with it, because obviously we don't agree either. Okay. You shouldn't be doing that. So
there we go. So it did it. Mm-hmm. I was off quite a bit on the years, but that's okay.
Right. We were still alive then.
And then so well, yeah, I was alive for the tail end of it.
Yeah.
And then so Dougie brought them back in like 2019, and here we go, 6 years later, almost following the exact same timeline as the original. They are now banned again.
They were. So what's the deal? So let's because we very rarely, agree with Dougie. There are some few things here and there, but so that we're clear, I didn't know that it was his government that introduced the bill that allowed them. That's news to me that you're telling me right now. They legalized speed cameras in 2019.
It was. I think they started the pilot in 2017, and they became an actual thing in 2019. Hold on, I have to actually look up part.
Oh yeah, until December 2019, despite a sustained lobbying effort by then Toronto Mayor John Tory, municipalities had been forbidden from operating cameras capable of automatically issuing speeding tickets to drivers. I guess then they changed that shit.
Yes, they did. Yeah, 20.
Hmm.
John Tory announced that he would ask Kathleen Wynne, who was the premier at the time, holy shit, for permission to allow it on city streets. Blah 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 blah. 2016.
32,000
Uh,
tickets were issued for going 2 kilometers, 4 kilometers, sometimes 10, 15 kilometers over in 3 months.
yeah, I forget the exact number, but I think that the Parkside camera that I love so much that people keep cutting down the camera and the camera
Yes.
that's watching the camera. That
Mm-hmm.
one's issued like 62 or 63,000 tickets or something.
Yeah, well, get it out of here, honestly.
Which like I'm doing the math on that, and so like 63,000 tickets, and let's say each one of them is, I don't know, $100. What is
Mm-hmm.
that? $6.3 million.
Yeah.
So
But that doesn't include
I mean,
anybody who tries to fight it.
oh yeah, I know. It's just they were clearly bringing in some pretty
Some
decent
money, though,
money
yeah.
with these. Um, and the roads are still shit. That's all I have to say
Yep.
about it.
I hate I and we'll because we do have something to talk about after this, but I want to say this because we both agree with this. This is not about bad drivers. This is we are on the same page. This is a fucking cash grab. It's always been a cash grab, and somebody did post something online. They're like, "Oh, it started hitting close to home because politicians' families started getting the tickets." Good. I'm fine with that. I know the system's corrupt. I just want them out of here. Like, get them out.
When it works in my favor, I'll take it.
When it works in my favor, I'm a political shill. So, that's fine.
Yeah. What is that? There's like a meme about it on Instagram, but it's like corruption's only bad when I'm not involved, and I agree.
Correct. Yes, 100%. I'm for that. I would be the worst. You could quote me. In fact, this is an insurance policy to my future corruption. I did that shit. Let's make that clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was there.
I was there. Yeah, there you go. He was there. You can. I did that shit. But it is an interesting segue because obviously taxing daily life and driving is nonsense. We agree. There is a further discussion because there was another news article that we were laughing at a moment ago. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow, God bless her strange little heart, has said that starting in November, crisis workers will be placed at subway stations to help riders feel safer on transit. We Googled crisis worker, and it turns out it's a therapist. I need an officer. I need a police officer. What is a man in a corduroy vest going to do for me? Just curious, when I'm being stabbed to death.
A lot of times it isn't a man in a corduroy vest.
Great. That's my optimal world. That's if I'm lucky.
Yeah. That's like you rolled the good numbers on the die that day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess from my, so like I'm showing my privilege with this, I guess.
Go ahead.
I generally do not and never have really taken public transit. Never needed to. Always gotten rides somewhere. Always was able to drive myself once I was legally able to. I take the GO train when I have to go to, like, I don't know, Toronto for an event sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm doing that, it's like at night in the evening and I'm coming back late at night and it's like dead both ways. I don't really see the purpose of crisis workers at the subway stations. I don't understand what purpose they would serve.
No, I
guess from my perspective, are the subways really that bad?
So, okay. Yeah, okay, let's start with that. Because I'm not like taking it all the time. Like, obviously I myself also drive. But I am very aware of the news, the current state of it. My sister does take it frequently. You know what I mean? There are some absolute fucking lunatics, right? On just free to roam on the TTC.
Sure.
Many people are getting stabbed. It's happening on a weekly basis where somebody's being attacked on the TTC, seemingly from the news, right? It does get swept under because naturally, if more attention was brought to it, then it would need to be addressed, and they don't want that. So it is happening a lot, and people are afraid to take the TTC, especially late at night. that's a big issue, especially, you know, I've seen, me personally, right? For one, I actually really enjoy the subway. I like driving into downtown. It is my preferred method. But sometimes, like when I was in college too, like it was like almost for me, it was like, oh wow, I'm taking a subway. Like it was very different as a kid. You know, I grew up outside the city. It was an event. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that's basically how it is for me
Mm-hmm.
now. Like if I'm taking it, it's an event. Going on the subway today, it's a special day.
I feel like an absolute idiot. I took the GO train, I think I mentioned like the other week, to go to like an event, the whatever the fuck soccer field, and I was like, I was like, what do I do? I buy that on the app. Like I felt like I was 100 years old because I just hadn't done it. I didn't know. And oh, there's a weekend pass, and like I didn't know any of this shit. You know what I mean? I was a complete gone. Like mentally, I was just, I didn't know what was going on.
Checked
you know, I was checked.
I'm
I was
the
like,
same way.
oh, but then like you see the people, like some people are fine. Some people are just normal people, right? Like usually. But then there's that guy or girl who gets on who's just like, they look like the Tasmanian devil. You know, there's like they're like freaking out, and you're like, oh, good, they're allowed to be here too.
The people that are making noise.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And they're going,
like, is it wrong? They're making noise.
Yeah, that's
the first sign.
It is this. It's an initial like. My favorite is the one where they're angrily whispering to themselves. That was one that I saw once.
Yeah, it's like when you see
the
zombies from 28 Days Later. Like there's a sign. They're making noise.
Yeah, 100%. My least favorite thing in the world is when someone sits down behind me, because you're like, what now? Right? Like, what happens now? Like, what am I going to turn around and stare at you to make sure you don't like kill me? Like, there's no options, right? At least on an airplane, it's hard. You know.
I feel like it's worse if that happens and there's more empty and available seats around, because then it's like, why that one?
Yes, exactly. Like, granted, like there's nothing in a world where people aren't getting stabbed like weekly. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it.
In Japan.
Yeah, in Japan, well, that's a separate issue, because in Japan they would push you into the car.
Different types of train cars.
Different types of attacks.
Different issues.
Different issues.
More cameras involved with those. Ones.
Yeah, more cameras, more young girls. So like, I don't know, man. Like I understand, and I while I am not personally constantly getting on the subway or whatever, like I understand, but it's like when I'm in a public space, like we're just, like I said, like an airport, like if I'm getting on a plane, like I am a little more like, while it's like it can be a bit stressful with security, I'm a little more relaxed, because at least like the fentanyl franks are like not, you know, getting on the plane with me.
They're priced out of the plane.
Yeah, they're priced out of plane attacks. At the very least, I can be glad that, like, you know, it's gonna be a big deal if something goes.
Because like not only are they priced out of it, but the plane is very structured and everything's assigned.
Yeah, they don't like that. They want to be able to sit all the way at the back and then slowly move from seat to seat forward like a shark circling. I feel like I'm very glad that I'm not a vulnerable person riding back on the TTC every night. I feel public transit, I want it to be good, and we've talked about this before. We want it to be good because we want you to take it so that we can drive on the road with less traffic. You should take public transit. I will not be doing that, but you do it. Like, good for you. Like, I would pay more taxes so that more roads were like the 407. Like, I would be, if it was direct, if I could prove that it would happen, but I know it won't, it would be embezzled.
Yeah.
But if I could prove, they could prove that it would happen, and I would be like, wow, there's nobody, it's 9 a.m, there's like 3 cars around, I would pay double the taxes. Get them out of here. That would be amazing.
Yeah, no, I'd pay for that, or like a yearly tax to have a special license that granted you access.
Yeah. Well, that's basically just the 407, right? I took it today. It was great. It's the best.
It's great. Every single time I take it, it's a joy.
I had like a tough day. I talked to too many people. You know, when you're like social, you're like, I just want to be home. The GPS was like, it'll be 58 minutes to get home. I'm like, oh, fuck. And it was like 407, 18 minutes.
Yeah. And it's like, nope, it's a 407 day.
Not for the $11 it cost me. Oh, buddy.
It's worth it to not mentally. It's just worth it.
The less red lights I see on Highway 7, the better. Like, that just makes me feel better. or the less 401 I see.
I will almost always take the 407 now, so I can skip going on the 401.
Yeah, I feel like the
Unless it's
407.
like 1 to 2 in the morning, and even then, it's a bit of a toss up.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? Like even at like 2 in the morning, the 401 could be a fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
And even then, like some days, like there'll just be weird like eclipse days where like it's 10 in the morning and the 407 is like, or the 401 is empty, and you're like, what happened? Like, did they rapture and didn't take me? That was yesterday, apparently, rapture day. So, or
well,
if you're listening to this, it was 2 days ago.
We're stuck here till the next one.
Yeah, we got fucked over. They didn't. It's weird that we just say mean things on the internet and then we didn't get picked. I couldn't imagine why.
You have to be smited for it. So.
Yeah, but this is silly. I mean, like, let's be serious for 2 seconds. But like, are we like, people are getting stabbed left and right on transit. Like, we want it to be safe and good for people. We want them off the roads. I do mean that wholeheartedly. I want you on buses and on trains, and I want to be able to just be the only one on the road. This is stupid. I don't know what the fuck. Olivia Chow is like the dumbest person I've ever fucking. I just don't know how the fuck she has any standing or any office. She's like, and this is not. And before I get people, it's not because she has nothing to do with being a woman. There are many women. I've worked for almost exclusively women in my life, and I've respected all of them, minus what she sucked. But like, you know what I mean? It was only because of the content of her character. It had nothing to do with her being a woman. I have no problems taking with a woman in leadership, anything like that. Olivia Chow is a stupid bitch, and you could be a man and be a stupid bitch, but she's a dumb bitch. I don't know what's going on. Like, I didn't like John Tory either. Robert Ford. Now that was a mayor. Now that was a mayor. But
that
like,
was a man
that was
got it done.
Yeah, but like what is this? Like, what actually is this? Why are we investing money in changing the name of Dundas Square? But now you're gonna put like mental health workers so they can talk someone down from a crisis when they're stabbing an orphan. Like, what do you put cops? Give them guns. Like, it's so simple.
I mean, even like a taser could work.
I mean, I guess anything, any way of deterrent.
It's better than like just someone whose weapon is talking.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's not a weapon.
Unless they've got some like Skyrim Dragonborn voice shit going on. I don't know.
I just don't understand this. Like, this is the thing I don't get, and this is gonna fall into like a whole rabbit hole of this. But we are Canadian. It matters to us. Like the whole thing where we're like donating money to like other countries. Meanwhile, like we've got like a crazy homeless problem. Our roads. Car related. Our roads are a mess. You know, like potholes everywhere. I drive in Hamilton and I want to blow my brains out. Like I bent wheels every day. Yeah, I know how you feel. I'm there infrequently. So like all this stuff, like, you know, homeless, like drug addict, but like, no, let's donate money outside of the
anywhere downtown is like driving through a minefield.
Yeah, no, it is. It fucking is, and it's not reasonable. And then you have people who talk like what this feels like as a Canadian citizen and apparently a taxpayer is that Olivia Chow is talking down to you. Because if you're saying this will solve the problem, then you don't believe that violence is the problem. That's what it is. You think, no, they're just people that are having a freak out. They've hurt people. They hurt people all the time. You need a reality check, lady. You need a fucking reality check. And you need to get out of that echo chamber of other women who are telling you that you're doing a great job, because you're doing a shit job. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's sort of the whole platform that she ran on was that she basically wasn't a Ford.
Yeah, what kind of a platform is that? That's the same platform that Jagmeet Singh ran on. Didn't do well for him when he was like, I'm not Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
And that other guy, there was another guy. No, it was Jagmeet when he was like, Stop Harper, wasn't it? The federal election.
Oh yeah, that was ages ago.
That was a long time ago. I'm not sure if it was Jagmeet. It was the NDP though. Yeah.
That was good old Jagmeet with his.
Was it
Z4M?
Z4M. That's right, Z4M. So, I don't know, man. Like this, it's unfortunate. I think she needs a reality check. I think she shouldn't be allowed to make these choices. Or at the very least, and this is something that happens, I'm sure that you know, like where somebody someone below her is making plans, and she's just sort of handed a script where she's like, this is a solution we've come up with. And then she's like, okay, let's read this.
You remember Do you remember the Simpsons movie where like Arnold Schwarzenegger's the president
Yes.
and like the guy hands him the plans and then he's like, "You don't want to read these." And Arnold's like, "I was elected to lead, not to read."
Yeah.
That's sort of how
100%.
that whole situation is going.
That's Olivia Chow. No question about
That is
it.
Olivia Chow.
I'm a very big fan of the guy on Instagram who just dubs over her voice with a random racist Asian voice, because it's just nonsense. Like the whole like we have to, it's rain too much, we need the rain tax. What are you saying to me? Like it's just I don't know, man. Yeah, idiot, stupid, dumb, stupid.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Like the tax for like how much rainwater comes out of like your gutters or some shit based on your property.
What
Like
I'm taxed
how
for
are
the
you
universe?
how are you calculating this?
I don't know. Well, it's the universe tax. That's what property tax is for. That's why they pay property tax. Like it's for everything. It's for
Exactly.
sewage.
That's the whole point of it. Yes.
That's the whole point. You can't just tack on fucking taxes every time you can't solve a problem, Olivia. You know what? That's it. It's just Olivia from now on.
Yeah. And then the money for it seemingly doesn't go anywhere because
no, it doesn't go anywhere.
Shit.
No, nothing's fixed. And then the roads are still garbage, and then the transit are still killing people.
But there's crisis workers now.
Thank God. She needs a crisis worker. Anyway. Perfect transition. Anyway. What the fuck were we going to talk about? I'm sorry, I'm just so angry at Olivia Chow.
I mean, we could...
Yeah.
Did you have a final closing statement on...
I just think Olivia Chow needs a fucking... I think she's going to go... This is my last political comment. I just think that she's going to go up in flames the same way that Kathleen Wynne did in the last election she ran in, where like she did so badly her party was like no longer a recognized official party because of how little votes she got. I absolutely see that. Nobody is happy with these choices. Like, you have to be delusional. I'm not... I get it. Like, you know, we're not really residents of Toronto, but we commute in and out of there. Like, we are participants in this local city, like local cities and whatnot. There's more bad shit out there. It's just that she gets the most publicity, so that's what we're going to talk about. It's the way it works. And it sets the precedent. Yeah. It sets the precedent for the rest for Mississauga and Hamilton and Oakville and Brampton and Burlington.
Oh, like the whole GTA.
Yeah. All of it.
Right.
They walk behind Olivia Chow's slanted goblin stride.
Bad decisions.
So yeah, exactly. Behind her hobbled decisions. So that's basically that. I mean, fuck. What are you gonna do? I did want to say this. At the end of it all, if we actually do, if Dougie manages it and actually makes speed cameras illegal again, it is the most government made a problem and then government fix problem and take credit for fixing problem. But I didn't even know they re-legalized it.
It's a Trump light activity.
Oh, it definitely is. But honestly, like right now, I don't care why it's why they were placed in there. I just want them gone. I can't wait to speed through school zones.
And then next, after speed cameras, just get rid of the front plates.
Get rid of the front.
We're
front
getting
plate,
rid of
Dougie.
shit. Get rid of the front plates.
Make it happen. You're not gonna catch any criminals.
Go put that legislation in place. You're in a legislative mood.
Yeah.
Let's
if you're feeling legislating.
Plates.
Yeah. Felt legislating might remove front plates. Please. Yeah, we wanted to talk. So that's very serious. We've had a couple of very serious but lighthearted conversations in the last one and in this one. We wanted to do something a little more fun. It's a complete pivot. If you were here for political news, you can go now. But we got to talking, and Nick had mentioned, what was it that you mentioned? Midnight Club, the old PS2 games.
Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
Dub Edition. I remember Dub Edition was like the big thing. It was just, and I was like, oh, I'd never played that, and you were like, what? And I was like, yeah, well, I was I was a PC kid. I was one of the rare ones, even back in the day. Like, I was a PC kid. And I don't think they ever came to PC. And I think I only played Need for Speed because they did. So
yeah,
we wanted to talk about really quickly what games we played when we were younger. Because I don't think we've talked about it. And if we have, I'm not sorry. So we're gonna do it again. But the
Yeah.
first, mine is definitely shorter than yours. Like, what's the first one you remember playing? The first
The
one.
very, very first racing game I played, I think was hold on, I'm just gonna make sure I'm getting the name right. It was Ridge Racer 64 on the
Oh,
N64.
really? That's like feels late for you.
That was the very first racing game that I played, and then not too long after that, and still I think one of my favorite racing games to this day, Need for Speed High Stakes.
Need for Speed High Stakes. I need to look these up, like Need for Speed franchise, so I can get them all in front of me, because that's my shit. Need for Speed High Stakes. Oh yeah,
Need for Speed High
1999.
Stakes is like
Yeah, yeah,
that's that was the game that started like Porsche can do no wrong.
yeah. No, I think I did play this because there was a PC release, but it
Yeah,
was this
and
was
I,
back
I
in the day when there was like when the PC release and the console release could have been completely different games.
yeah, because
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure the PC release I played it on PS1. I'm pretty sure the PC release had more content, and then this was also back when like regional releases could be very different from each other. So like
Yes.
Need for Speed High Stakes, the like Japanese or the Asian version of it, like very different cars.
Right. That doesn't surprise me. I think the first one that I can recall playing was either Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, the original, but to be honest, it might have been an uglier game than this, or it was Need for Speed 2, which was 97. Yeah, that kind of tracks. Hmm.
See,
So
like
I
I did
do
things in a
recall
bit of
that.
a weird way because like Ridge Racer technically came out after Need for Speed, but I played
Yes.
that first. And then after I played High Stakes, then I played Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit, which was the one with like the Lamborghini Diablo on the
Yes.
cover.
Okay, I've just confirmed that it was in fact Need for Speed 2 because of this I remember this fucking windmill in the screenshot. That was a very like one of those old memory. But okay, I don't think I played Hot Pursuit. I think I played Hot Pursuit 2. Yeah, I played Hot Pursuit 2
Yeah, we
on
definitely remember
PC.
Hot Pursuit too because
Yeah,
of the intro
that was
movie.
so
That was
fucking
also a great
sick.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like I remember I used to play Need for Speed like the original Hot Pursuit and High
Mhm.
Stakes. And when I didn't actually feel like playing the game, I would like because back then they would do like press square and it'll play like a video of the car and rattle off
Yes.
facts about it, and I would just watch those over and over and over again.
Oh, you did mention that in episode 1. I remember this.
Yeah, and that was the beginnings of my picking up absolutely useless car knowledge for daily life, but sometimes people are impressed by the things that I can just pull out of thin air.
Yes. Well, it is still impressive because you retained all of it. You took a lot of Tylenol, now you're autistic.
Yeah, apparently, if only
Yeah.
I'd taken it and watched something more productive.
Yeah, if only you'd been like
I,
investing from a young age.
yeah, then I
Yeah,
might have actually been able to afford the cars that I was learning about.
100%. Do you remember? Did you play the original Need for Speed Underground? Because I only played Underground 2.
I played the original Need for Speed Underground, and I I don't want to say it's better than Underground 2, but I think it's like one of the top three Need for
Really?
Speed games for me are Underground 2 is number 1, the original Most Wanted is number 2, and I think Underground 1 is number 3.
Okay, but Underground 2 is your favorite one.
Yeah, I think that is like by far the best Need for Speed game they've ever made.
I I agree with you. I have a lot of fond memories of bad Need for Speed games. I'll be honest with you. Undercover, not a great game. Spent a lot of
Nope.
time playing that game, like a
You know what?
lot of time.
I didn't play Undercover.
You're not
I
missing
skipped
much.
Undercover. What? I'm also gonna look up the Need for Speed oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Series.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking at the Wikipedia
Just
entry.
just so I can get the full list of games.
I remember Undercover. So like my memory of Undercover, I I still have it. I still own it. I kept all of these things.
Yeah.
I have the physical box for the PC release.
Oh,
And
I miss physical boxes. I had the GTA Vice City one that came with like the map and everything, and I love. I
mhm,
wish games still came like that.
I wish they were still cool. Games are stupid now. Video games are dumb. Now people just
I
play like
remember GTA used to come with like the little books that had like like information about the world that the game was set in and everything, and like the stores. And I don't get that anymore. Now
yeah.
just $120 and you get a cover with a chip in it.
I have a small bone to pick with the Undercover criticism. And this is for
Okay.
someone who has never played it, I'm going to have to explain the bone to pick. People say that and it was very controversial because of bad physics and bad graphics even for 2008. I have I have some difficulty with this. It's very specific, but I never thought the game looked bad. I thought the models looked great. And maybe I'm an maybe I was an idiot child. Like, well, I wasn't a
I
child,
think
you know.
so. I think the biggest issue with it at that point is Need for Speed was then being um it was then up against some pretty heavy hitters at that time, like
Right,
Forza and Gran Turismo 5 Prologue,
right.
which were much better looking than Need for Speed.
Oh yeah, 100%. You know what?
So
Actually,
so when that's the competition, you can kind of understand where the criticism comes from. In a
right.
bubble or in a vacuum, it's fine as a
Mm-hmm.
game.
Do you?
But
Yeah. What? Okay. So sorry, we're on Need for Speed a lot. I just wanted to say, you played a lot of other games though? Because I don't want to go too
yes.
far. For that, this is 2008. That's even a bit too far. I did play Gran Turismo
Yeah.
3. I rented that.
So I guess I'll run through like my Need for Speed. So like obviously Hot Pursuit, High Stakes, and then Underground through Most Wanted. I played Carbon. I did really like Carbon.
Mm.
And then I basically skipped every single Need for Speed until Need for Speed The Run.
I did play the
And
run.
I don't think The Run was an amazing game, but I still had fun with it.
I like the concept.
Yeah, and then I skipped every single Need for Speed until they did like the reboot in 2015, where they had like
Yes,
Akira Nakai and everybody in the promos.
that was fucking sick.
I loved that game. I really liked Payback. It got a lot of shit. I thought it was a good game, and I really liked Heat. Unbound is garbage.
Unbound. That's the new. Oh yes, Unbound is garbage. I didn't like that they made the Polestar in Heat like an ice car. Didn't they do that? Like it's the
I
cover car. Isn't that a fucking Polestar?
uh,
Yeah, it's a
that's a
modified Polestar
Polestar.
1. So like they made it a fucking like it has an engine.
Polestar. The Polestar one did have an engine.
Wait, did it? Is it not an electric car?
No, it's a twin charged hybrid.
Oh,
So it comes
okay.
for a 2 liter it comes with a 2 liter engine with a turbo and a supercharger, and it has electric motors.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like I thought this was because I've seen all the other Polestars. They're electric vehicles. I just made the assumption.
No, the one was a hybrid.
Okay, good. That makes more sense. I'm fine with a hybrid. That's fine. The big stupid scaffolding wing is a bit much for me, but whatever.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that was what
this.
was popular. It's still kind of what's popular. I don't care for it, but whatever.
I don't know if it's. I think that was a very like a 2015 to 18 era type thing in my
It
mind.
was very like when Rocket Bunny was at their peak.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't miss that era where it's just like cars back to back are being ruined. But yeah, 2015 Need for Speed was really like, dude. I remember watching that for the first time, like that trailer, and I remember when it was announced, and I was just like, I've never
I
been
had
so
that like
excited.
we're back moment.
Oh, it was a complete we're back moment. Like,
I had been waiting for that type of game since basically Carbon was the last time they did something like that.
yeah, no, it's a huge like, it was a huge we're back moment for me as well, because Rivals was ass, and it was capped at 30 FPS, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that was a genuinely bad game. Oh, yeah. Development team opted to target 30 FPS. Yep.
Yeah, I skipped all that shit.
I visually, I thought it looked good, but I was watching on YouTube. I'm like, oh, and then I looked in the comments. It's like 30 FPS. I'm like, well, the YouTube video is 30 FPS.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
that's why it works.
Yeah, that's why it works. I did play a ton of 2012 Most Wanted, like the reboot, because I just did. I don't know. I just downloaded it and I just enjoyed.
Didn't that one also apparently get like a lot of shit for not being like the original Most Wanted?
Yeah, no, it wasn't like, I'm not stating this like it was a great game. I enjoyed driving.
Oh no, I'm just
yeah.
You were playing all the Need for Speed games that took a lot of shit, but like
in
their own right, I honestly don't think, and I've never played Undercover or the updated like the Most Wanted reboot, but I honestly think they probably would have been fine games, and they got shit for the games that were released and that they were being compared to at the time.
Yeah, and I think like they're not. I'm not going into this being like they're the best games. Like, I knew that they weren't great, but I just sort of enjoyed them for what they were, because I didn't really do the missions. I literally just used them like in a way of just like driving around.
I think last Need for Speed thing, which is a game that for some reason I don't know why we haven't mentioned yet. I really liked Pro Street.
I never liked Pro Street.
Really? Okay, that's fair. I think that's another controversial one, because like they left the whole open world thing after Carbon.
I didn't like that. I hated that. I played it. I think I played it like, I don't remember how I played it. Maybe I rented it at the tail end of renting games. But like,
yeah, that would have been it was like 2007, 7ish. Yeah,
and
2007.
Fucking hated it. I hated that it was on a track. I'm like, no, Need for Speed is supposed to be street racing. Like, I hated it, especially after like Underground 2. I don't think people understand. Like, I'm gonna be a little bit of a fanboy a little bit. I don't think people understand how insane like the Underground games actually were for like and Underground 2, like it. Underground 2
even
was
like games in that time, like in the early 2000s, open world was a very like, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. And I remember like it was unheard of. Let's be honest. Like, for a game like that, you had a like big like interactable world you could go play. Like, we're talking about games that like GTA, like, as a, for example, like Vice City or something like that. And I guess GTA 3 was the first one to
GTA
sort
3
of
was the first one that kicked it off, but like Vice City or San Andreas was also 2004.
Right.
Like, to have a world like San Andreas in 2004, fucking wild.
Not only that, but like in a game with the amount of customization, regardless of whether it's ricey, like it's a lot of customization, right? And the ability to drive, like it had decent driving physics. You know what I mean? Like,
these are games that had like their install sizes were like 2 gigs or less.
I have recently downloaded Underground 2, like maybe a year ago, and I think it was like 1.6 gigs. Like, it was not big, which is wild.
The amount of like modern game devs could only wish to have the levels of optimizations that
the
devs making these games had.
Nvidia wept. That's what it is, bro. Like, honestly. Like, I couldn't fathom like what it would take to actually like create something like this. And they did it on with a very small team. And I'm not saying that it's not possible or anything. Like, I'm not saying that. I just mean like for it to run on what it did. Mine ran. Okay, so I bought, because I was a dumb kid, I was like, I think I'll get it on the GameCube because I don't have a lot of GameCube games. Worst hardware possible.
Poor choice. Poor choice.
I didn't think about it that much. But it still ran well.
Like,
which is insane.
On the Wii.
Oh, that's the worst choice. That's way worse than my choice. But like, these are like, you know.
No, I was just gonna say, like, because Call of Duty 4 reminded me of it, but I also think another thing that we're never gonna see is that sort of the run that just sort of gaming in general had from like 2006 to about 2014.
Yeah,
it's never gonna happen again.
You know why? Because it was out of the mainstream. That's what it is. Not every eye was on it. And I think that the mistakes, the blunders that existed in that time, while they're bad, Like while Undercover was a bad game, like people don't write YouTube essays about gaming. Like they wouldn't do that in that time. You wouldn't have known about it. Like maybe now there's like a bit of a reach back to be like, remember this shit game? But like,
Yep.
it's just not of its like of its in its time. Like it was bad and it was forgotten about, and they tried again. Like they tried to do something interesting.
Yep.
Not like it really is the like research and development end of gaming. Like it and like, dude, apparently Undercover was released on the fucking DS. No
It was,
way.
if you ever want to see something funny, go watch DS and PSP footage of Undercover, and you'll be like, "Holy, this is."
I'm gonna look at it right now.
Like maybe at the time it was pretty good, but you look at it today and it's like, whew. They maybe should have not released that one.
Oh my
and
god.
I feel like those two, I feel like they got a lot of shit even at that time for those releases being so bad.
Why would you bother? I will say I don't know, man. I think there were also past the time. See, and that's the thing people don't. We're past the time where mobile gaming was like, it was the same title and it was like the same box art and it was a completely different fucking game. Completely different game.
Like Need for Speed Undercover on the DS looks like what a generic mobile racing game today probably looks like.
No, the generic mobile game looks better.
Oh,
I will say.
There you go. That's how kind of fucking bad it was.
No, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Like I don't know, man. Call me crazy, but
I can't defend. I'm not even gonna say that one was probably good in a bubble. The DS one was just bad.
No, it's just ass. It's just literal ass. Like it doesn't make any sense. And it's crazy because like when like this guy, like this is what like I'm just looking online, like it was like, you know, what is this, Game Trailers released a fucking review for Need for Speed Undercover, and they listed all the platforms it's on and includes the DS as if that's even remotely the same game. I hate it's like a cash grab. I really hate that. That sucks. Is. So, you know, it's a gaming adolescence time. But like I said earlier, I wanted to roll back to this. You know, I played Gran Turismo 3? Yeah, 3. And
the blue cover one?
I rented it. Hold on, Gran Turismo. No, not A Spec. I think it was the original one.
Try Gran Turismo 2.
Let's see. Maybe it was, and I'm just not remembering. Yeah, I think it was 3, but it was the first time that I was introduced to Nismo, and I was like, "What's Nismo?" Because I think that the like it was also like I want to say that it was an R32 that was listed as a Nismo and not a Nissan, or something like that. I just remember like, so maybe there's some kind of rights issue. Whatever game had that.
No, it's not. The early Gran Turismos were very like that, where like for their time they had a lot of cars in them, but it would be like 16 different trims and versions of the R32 and the R33, right. and it was really strange because like I played like all those most of the racing games that I played growing up were like pre 2007. Basically, once I started playing Call of Duty 4, the next sort of 7 years were just sort of Call of Duty and Battlefield one after the other. Right. But before that, so like Gran Turismo 2 and 3, I never really played 4 too much, although I've heard that's one of the best ones. I played 5 a fuck ton. But those, especially 2 and 3, were like the games that introduced me to a lot of like, oh, there's things other than like Chevrolet and Dodge and Ford.
He was indoctrinated.
These other things, these cars from Japan are kind of neat. That was what Gran Turismo did for me.
I feel okay. I feel like it was a similar thing for me. Oh, it was Gran Turismo 4.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, because they couldn't get the rights for Porsche, so they used
They used roofs. Yeah. They did that all the way up until I think Gran Turismo 5 was the first time they ever got actual licensed Porsches, and it was like a DLC towards the trail end of Gran Turismo 5. But yes, before that it was all roofs. But okay, yeah, so like I remember playing Gran Turismo 2 for like one of the first times I ever played it, and I was playing like arcade mode with my uncle, and we were just sort of going through the cars to race in just a
Yeah.
like a quick race. And I remember landing on the FD RX-7, and I was like, "Oh, look, a Viper."
Common misconception, in
Yeah,
fairness.
I was like, I don't know, fucking 7 or 8 at the time, so
Right.
whatever. But like before that, I just thought, cars were domestics.
Yeah, they're only made here. I remember because so we need to talk about this. Were you ever an Initial D kid, like an Initial D arcade game kid?
No.
No? Oh my
I
god.
didn't know Initial D existed until I was like 16 or
Even hold
17.
on, but you used to go to arcades when you were like younger, I assume.
I'd go to like, not really, like I'd go to
Uh,
like the arcade in Niagara, and that was like a special event, and I'd play like the Midway and Sega racing games there,
okay,
and that was it.
I'm gonna spurg a little bit here. So I can't believe that you. So like you. Okay, now obviously you're familiar with the
Yeah.
Initial D arcade games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You go off about the Initial D arcade games, and then I'll rattle off all the fucking weird, obscure shit that I played growing up
Okay,
after.
perfect. Then we'll wrap it up. But I'll keep it very short. Basically, when I was very young, Initial D Stage 3 came out. Arcade Stage 3. It did something I never could have believed in that time. I think it was like 2001 or 2, and it spit out like you would buy a save card. And it would like if you've obviously now, but like there's other games that do it, like Maximum Tune and all that crap. But
Yep.
I still have it. I still have my Initial D save card from like 2001 or whatever it was, or maybe 2000
And
even.
sorry, like this was a card that you would put into the
Yeah,
arcade
yeah,
machine,
yeah.
so it remembered. Wow.
It was
Okay.
a magnetic card. It would spit out, and you would hold on to it, and it would have your player ID on it. It would have the car on it, which is where it was a yellow R34, and it would it would give you a little piece of art. I wish I had it on me right now so I could show you, but I have it like in a drawer where I keep old things. But everybody has that drawer. But yeah, it had the art at the bottom of the two girls from the fucking show, the ones that drive the Sil 80, the like rally race
Oh,
girls, whatever.
Mako and
Yeah,
Sayuki.
Sayuki. But like they're like out
Probably
snowboarding.
not great that I remember that.
That's it's okay. It's probably better than most things. It's fine. But I just remember seeing and being like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you could go back. The only regret I ever had was that as a child I was like, yeah, I want it to be automatic because I don't know how to push up and down, because those machines were not 6-speed like shifters the way some of the more modern ones are. They were
Like I
just
remember,
up
yeah,
down.
yeah, because I remember playing. I always used to love going to the Midway arcade because they had the one Sega like Porsche GT2 challenge game
Mm-hmm.
where like you could, there were like three cars you could pick from. There was like the Le Mans, like the Gen 2 Viper that we love.
Yes.
There was the McLaren F1 LM, and there was the 993 GT2 with like the big fuck off wing in the back and the flared arches. And I always used to
Fucking
use
sick.
the GT2, and I sucked at the game because I was young at the time, but it was so much fun.
Okay, here I just found I just wanted to show you. There's a picture of the cards. The one in the top right corner is the one that I had, and it was driver, car, and then like your level and all that stuff, and it was saved, and it would
Okay,
go across machines. Like
I
if you
had
went
no
to
idea that's so
oh
cool.
yeah, if you went to a different machine, it would like because it would stamp it, and then it would read the machine, like it would read the stamp. I think it was just like literally
Yeah, like
reading
that's
characters.
because like things weren't network connected back then, so it would have had to like store all your information on the card and then like load
Y-
basically all the mods and stuff you had
Yeah, I think
into the game
it was
based
literally
on
just that it would
what's.
stamp the card. Yeah, like it was like not even a magnetic card. I think it was just like
Wow.
yeah, that's the old way of doing it. But I so okay, go off on your tangents.
So I mean, like obviously there's Gran Turismo, Need for Speed. Those are
Of
some of the
course,
most popular. But I remember on PS2 for a long time I played a game called Auto Modelista, and I remember I really
rings a
enjoyed that
bell.
because it had oh, what's the fucking art style that like Borderlands uses?
Oh, like a cell shaded.
Yes, it was a cell shaded racing game, and like even today, I think the graphics hold up because it wasn't trying to be modern. It was just trying to be fun and
Oh, I'm
arcadey.
looking at them. Yeah, no, they look good.
And I remember I bought that game because back on like YTV at the time on like Saturday mornings, they had like the
Yeah.
game review show, and they were reviewing it, and I was like, that looks fucking cool, and I asked my parents for like a week if I could just rent it from Blockbuster. And I ended up buying it like months later.
Awesome.
Um, fuck, what else did I mean? Obviously, ATV Off Road Fury. We all love
Oh,
ATV Off Road Fury.
big time. Love it.
Of getting launched back into the map when you try and go out of it.
I love
Um,
that game. I love the music. I love everything about it.
yeah,
Just the
I
best.
didn't play. So I played Burnout, but everyone loves like Burnout 3 Takedown. I
Yeah.
loved Burnout 2 because it was like the Burnout version of Fast and Furious. Like all the
Yeah.
cars were kind of fucking ricey and shit, and it was just a blast to play.
I think I only
Um,
played Burnout Paradise, which
I
is
never, I literally like Burnout 2 was it for me. Um, I I spent probably too much time playing the original Cars game, like Disney's Cars.
Disney's Cars.
Yeah, I was. And this is like, oh, mid to late-ish 2000s. Like just a little bit too much time
Right.
playing that one. I don't know. I thought it was really fun. Um, what else?
I've got an obscure
Oh,
one. Maybe you did play it.
go for it.
Drift City was a
No,
like a Nexon game, and
no.
yeah, it had that similar style you were talking about
Like
graphically.
Auto Modelista, like cell shaded. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
the pic. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, do you remember the Driver series? It was
Try. Yes, I do.
like Driver 3 and Parallel Lines. They were like GTA knockoffs, but they had like
Yes,
somewhat decent driving
I
physics
never
because
played them,
Driver
but
was
yes,
originally a driving game. You know
yes.
what? If you can emulate them, you'd probably have fun for like an hour, just
You
sort of
think?
going around and being like, "Holy shit, this is what was competing with GTA."
I might do it. I might do it just on the back of that.
Because on like I never progressed in the story in any of them. I would literally just like load up free roam and just steal cars and drive around and just throw cheats in.
That's
I
exact.
never played them seriously.
I can't play single player games because that's all I do. I always just fuck around, and then I just turn cheats on. Like when I played Skyrim, I just immediately gave myself top armor, top everything. I just started killing
Oh, it's like
civilians.
anytime I loaded up a Bethesda game on PC, I would just immediately start modding the game files.
Yeah, just immediate console commands, all that shit. Yeah, immediately.
Yep, just like I'm not actually grinding for this. I'm just gonna
No,
give it to myself.
I think it would be fun at some point if we were to ever have the time to do it. But just to like play these shitty, obscure old games, like old racing game, for as a podcast, just as like that's what
Oh
we're
yeah,
doing
just
today.
throw it up
That
on
would
an
be
emulator and play
yeah,
it.
that would be dope.
I agree. Oh fuck. Oh, I played it was on the original Xbox, Jesse James Monster Garage.
I
And
fucking
the whole premise of that game was like you had to build the car within the budget and then you had to complete a challenge with the finished car. It was honestly, thinking back on it now, a pretty fucking shit game,
yeah, it's a
but I
terrible
had
game.
so much fun at the time playing it, trying to like do everything that needed to be done within the budget because
There's a
I had
PC
no
release.
concept of how the budget worked.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make that, dude. Jesse James is so we could have a whole fucking podcast just about Jesse James. And like we should do it. We should have a podcast about Jesse James and like play like West Coast Customs and all these places. I think that
Yeah,
would be a
Jesse
really good
James,
one.
Pimp My Ride, and like
Yeah.
uh fucking Orange County Chopper.
Yes, Orange County Chopper, holy shit. Dude, that's coming down the line
Oh fuck.
100%,
Okay,
no
do
question.
you remember a game called LA Rush?
Rings a bell, but I don't really remember off the top of my head.
It was like a Need for Speed ripoff. It was like an open world racing game where you'd modify your cars, and it like leaned really heavily into mid 2000s hip hop. And like I remember it was like open world racing in LA.
Mhm.
Um and you played a white guy with rap influence,
Okay.
and you the only way you could modify your car in the game was you had to drive to West Coast Customs, and they would like
Shut up.
install predetermined mods on your car. You couldn't actually pick what you wanted. It was all set in the game files, and you would just pay them money and it would come out with whatever mods,
They decide.
yeah, whatever mods the devs decided were going to go on that car.
Jesus Christ. That sounds exactly like when you send a car to West Coast Customs in real life. So that's fair. Oh my god,
Like
how have we never talked
it was
about him? Sorry.
it was so ridiculous because like every time you'd send the car there, they would have like the sort of the scene that plays where you drop your car off at West Coast Customs and they come out and like take it and they're like, we're gonna make it fucking
Sick,
clean,
yo. Yeah.
TM.
Don't say no, they wouldn't have said clean at that time.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be dope, yo.
Dope, yo. I don't miss that part. I don't miss that at all. It still exists like that sort of thing, but like I feel like it's that culture is a little bit gone. Any
Oh,
car
here.
can be dope,
This
yo.
is,
No, it can't.
this is like one of the promotional images for the game, and that's like the main character that you played.
Let's see, hold on. Oh yeah, I did see this. It's like a white guy with the cholo swag as
Yeah,
they call it. I think that's correct.
it's such a ridiculous game.
That's a real piece of shit.
Um, yeah, you know what? It was like Midnight Club was kind of a Need for Speed knockoff, but eventually sort of became its own thing. This was like a Midnight Club ripoff in the worst possible way.
I couldn't imagine being a ripoff of a ripoff. That's very strange.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
yeah.
what else? I mean, I mentioned it quickly before the podcast, but on PS2 they released the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, which
Yes.
is really funny because most of the game is played doing like Wangan racing.
Really?
Yeah, a very, very small portion of the game is actually like drifting in the mountains. Most of it is it's like semi open world. You only have access to like the highway system in Tokyo to do racing on there. And then anytime you exit the highway, your only options basically it like you'll take a highway exit and it loads you into like a dealership or a mod shop immediately.
That sucks. I hate
Yeah,
that.
and I remember the physics being pretty bad on it, and like it maybe I just sucked at it, but like you could not drift at all in that game. Like any type of drifting would result in just crashing. So the actual drift races were really fucking hard to beat, especially towards the end. Um, but weirdly enough, that was the first game that I ever 100%ed.
Huh. I don't think I've yeah, I wouldn't have sat through that if I kept fucking crashing. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that actually cuz there's that one game that you put me on to, which is like a modern version of this was Night Runners
Night Runner's Prologue.
Prologue, yes. I think that's if there's
I
a recommendation to come of it. That's a sick game.
I really enjoyed Prologue. The official release keeps getting pushed back, but like the Prologue sort of free version, it's I don't know, it's fun to go through its mini story. It's a good solid like 12 to 15 hours of fun.
Yeah, no, and I mean it just like I love the like people have complained for a long time and this is just a quick touch on it, but like about like the sensation of speed in games. I think it does a really good
Yeah.
job. It does a really good like
Yeah, no,
things are
I think Prologue does it well. I mean obviously like the dev studio for that game is literally just like one guy.
right.
So I think for a game made by a dude, it's pretty good compared to like some AAA studios today are just putting out trash. So,
Yeah, no, totally.
um,
Completely
oh, there was
agree.
another Need for Speed ripoff that I played all the time. Street Racing Syndicate.
What the hell is that?
It's literally like ripoff Need for Speed Underground 2. Again, it's an open world racing game, set in LA,
Okay. Classically.
and like all the cars are just pulled like the cover cars in R34 GTR because this game was like riding off the Too Fast Too Furious hype.
Right, 100%.
Um And I mean, like, credit where it's due to the game. I liked the mod system on it because it had like mods from licensed companies.
Hmm.
So like you'd go to install a turbo kit and you could pick like, oh, do you want an HKS, I don't know, GT2 or an Apexi turbo or whatnot. And
Right.
then you could actually like dyno tune your cars in the game and you could like change the tunes slightly.
That sounds cool,
Um
actually.
yeah, like I thought it was a decent game. It was just a really blatant Need for Speed ripoff.
Hmm.
And like the whole premise of the game is you're basically racing to go through sort of like you're basically racing to collect rep so you can build a harem.
What?
Yes. And
What?
if you make the girls in the harem happy enough, you unlock videos of them dancing with less clothes on than the video before.
That's not real. What?
I I
And what is this
shit you
game
not.
called?
Street Racing Syndicate
Street
is the
Racing
game.
Sin. I'm just googling it because I don't
In
believe. I'm
the
not
game,
googling it
they're
because I
called
don't
your
know.
girlfriends.
Your girlfriend's plural.
Yes.
Oh wow! Even on the cover, she's removing clothing. It's a very of its time.
Yep.
Wow. The trashiest game on PS2, says this YouTube video. I believe it.
Yep.
Hmm.
In fact, here is because of course somebody's
Of course.
pulled all the video files off the game. That is those are what you would play to unlock.
And we're just looking at them to be
Because
clear, just so that we
because
know.
all the because all the girls in the game were based off real models and the videos you'd unlock were of the real people.
Oh, they're real people.
Yes.
Can you? This is like softcore pornography. Can you do that? I don't think you could do that.
You could in oh fuck 2004 or 5 I think this game came out.
Okay. 2004-5 was an interesting time. Wow. I'm not gonna sit through all 39 minutes of this, but you know, jeez. How could they be so trash? I mean, I know how they could be so trashy. Like that's absolutely on brand, 100%.
Yeah, that was literally the whole premise and point of the game. That's what you were playing the story for in that game.
God, why does it look like someone is holding them at gunpoint? These are really awkward videos.
Like even the setting that they're in is it's like an empty concrete room with like a flag
Yeah,
in the
it's like
background,
some sort of
a curtain or something. It's just it's weird.
It's like a weird green screen, but like yeah, it's like this is like the videos that you see like this is like snuff videos. Like in the next scene, they like brutally kill these women. Like I don't really understand why. Oh God, yeah, I don't really actually like this. I don't know what 12-year-old me would have thought. Wait, when did this come out?
2004 or 5. Let me look it up.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what like 12-year-old me would have thought about this.
I thought it was
Maybe
great.
13-year-old
me.
But yeah, I'm sure he would have had a lot better time with this. Now as an adult, I'm kind of like I'm sure.
Yeah, now it's like,
oh,
actually kind of fucking weird. But when I was
it's pretty fucking weird.
12 at the time, I was like, oh, this is cool.
You know what's my thought as well is like there's no way that the people who rated the game, yeah, there's no way that the people who rated the game got all the way to the end of these videos. You know what I mean? They were like,
oh yeah, absolutely not.
Probably rated T for teen. Like,
yeah,
I don't
that's
think
exactly
so.
what happened. I mean, in all fairness, like the ratings back then were kind of fucking loose and fast.
They were suggestions at best.
Yeah.
I never understood like how I think it was Left 4 Dead that was rated M. And I'm like, really?
Yeah,
that's rated M? But like this is like a teen game where there's like basically strippers in it? That's weird. So yeah, it was definitely loose and fast.
Racing with videos.
Yeah. Man, what a time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah. I think I played a bunch of.
Yeah.
That's what?
Oh, I was gonna say I think that's a good spot to end it. But what were you gonna say? You played a bunch of what?
Oh, I mean, I played a bunch of Tokyo Extreme Racer growing up, which they actually just are about to release their next game tomorrow is the full release.
Really?
Which I have the beta version of it, which I think if you buy the beta version, you just get a free upgrade. Right. It's I think it's one of the best racing games to come out in the last little while.
Well, if that's the case, then if when this comes out, which will be the day that Tokyo Extreme Racer is released, so you should go buy Tokyo Extreme Racer.
Yeah.
Nick
In
seal of
fact, I'm pretty
approval.
sure Genki Studio or Genki, I don't actually know how to pronounce the studio name, but they just won an award for it like yesterday, like at the Japanese Game Awards.
Oh, dude, that's amazing. It's like definitely time for a re. It's definitely Genki. It's time for
Yeah.
a fucking rebirth of these kinds of games. I'm really honestly excited for it.
Literally go buy it now and start playing through the content that's because like the beta version of it that's available now allows you to play like I think it's like the first 20% of the game or whatever
Right,
it is, just sort of fully functional and working as it will be. And then
right.
the update tomorrow is just unlocking everything else. So
Okay, then
I bought it
basically you're
like
good
when
to
it came
go,
out.
dude. Yeah. So if that's this whole thing has been an advertisement for Tokyo Extreme Racer. So
Yeah.
if you like that style of game, definitely go pick it up. That'll be fun. I might buy it. Looks fun.
And like for a modern sort of full release, it's priced fairly cheap as well. I think 59.99.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I see
especially when like
39.99 CAD.
39.99. If you buy that now, you get that's like the beta version.
Oh,
It's gonna
okay.
go up to 59.99 probably in like 3 hours, four
So if you
hours,
buy the
three
beta, do
hours.
you get the full automatically?
I'm pretty sure you get a free upgrade.
Wow. So if you're gonna, well, it'll be too late by the time you hear this, but
Yeah,
that's really pretty good of them as a studio. You know, pretty good of them to do that and not charge you for the game again.
yeah, it's
Studios
like
are
a
bad people
reward for
sometimes.
early supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were like the studio was active in the Discord too. Like they would post updates and sort of what their timelines were looking like. 'Cause they had to delay things a little bit.
Oh, cool.
But yeah,
Not good on them. Well, if that, well, it's a good spot to end it. If you wanna play a cool new game that's coming out right now today, Tokyo Extreme Racer. Nick, do you have anything else you want to say before we send it off?
no, that's a good spot.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know where to find us. Curbrash YT on Instagram. You know you can always listen here, and you can always listen on Spotify. If you are Olivia Chow and you're listening, go to hell. Stupid old woman.